He doesn't sound American. He doesn't move American. And yet, Connor Storrie was born and raised in Texas. That's why fans of Heated Rivalry are still stunned, because the moment he opens his mouth as Ilya Rozanov, the illusion is complete. The accent, the rhythm, the confidence, it feels real, almost too real. But here's the twist. Connor himself didn't think he could pull it off, and the way he trained his voice wasn't normal, safe, or comfortable at all. In fact, it started with sounding completely ridiculous. From the moment Heated Rivalry hit screens, one thing became impossible to ignore. Connor Storrie's performance didn't just stand out, it fooled people. Fans flooded social media with the same stunned reaction. Wait, he's not actually Russian. Viewers praised the accent as flawless, natural, effortless. Some even admitted they had to Google his background because there was no way this guy was American. And when they found out he was a Texas native, the disbelief only grew. It wasn't just the way he spoke, it was the cadence, the confidence, the subtle pauses that made Ilya Rozanov feel like a real Russian hockey star, not an actor trying to sound like one. And that's when fans realized this wasn't luck, it was something much deeper. But what they didn't see was how far Connor went behind the scenes to sell that illusion. What Connor did next is what separates a good performance from a jaw-dropping one. Instead of practicing his accent in private or saving it for the camera, he went all in every single day on set. The moment he stepped out of his car, the accent was on. No breaks, no easing into it. He spoke to everyone in it. Production assistants, assistant directors, hair, makeup, wardrobe, not because he was staying in character, but because it gave his voice time to warm up naturally. By the time the cameras rolled, he'd already spent over an hour living in that sound. It was repetition, consistency, muscle memory, a routine that turned something foreign into something automatic. And while it worked, there was one problem he wasn't prepared for at all. At first, Connor admits the accent felt completely wrong, awkward, almost embarrassing. In his own words, it sounded ridiculous. The kind of voice that makes you think, there's no way this is working. That's the moment most people quit. But Connor leaned into it. He realized something crucial. No one sounds good at an accent in the beginning. You have to give yourself permission to sound bad before it starts sounding real. Once he normalized the accent for himself and for everyone around him, it stopped feeling fake. Slowly, the voice settled in, the confidence followed, and what once felt forced started to feel natural. But even after all that work, there was still one person who didn't believe it would actually pay off. Even after all that preparation, Connor still didn't think the role would be his. When he first read for Ilya Rozanov, the Russian accent felt like a wall he couldn't climb. In his mind, it was one of the hardest accents to master, and surely casting would find someone else who already had it locked in. He later admitted that his first reaction was simple. It's not going to be me. The doubt was real. The pressure was heavy, but then something clicked. The work started showing, the accent held, and suddenly, what once felt impossible became undeniable. By the time filming wrapped, even Connor had to laugh at how wrong he'd been. He'd done it, as he proudly put it later, I pulled it off, baby, and fans couldn't stop talking about it. But his transformation wasn't some isolated Hollywood miracle. Connor's journey isn't unique in Hollywood. Plenty of stars have had roles change the way they speak, think, or even sound permanently. Take Austin Butler, for example. Portraying Elvis wasn't just acting, it altered the way he talked, so much that he needed a dialect coach afterward, just to stop sounding like the king. Then there's Ariana Grande. Playing Glinda in Wicked forced her to adjust her vocal register, and months later, she admitted her voice had permanently shifted. For some actors, roles become more than a performance, they leave a lasting mark, physically and psychologically. Connor may not have changed permanently, but his commitment shows the same level of transformation, stepping fully into another person's life, sound, and world, even if only temporarily. And for fans, that kind of dedication is what makes an accent believable and unforgettable. Fans, eager to hear more of Connor's flawless Russian accent, will have to exercise patience. Heated Rivalry has confirmed a second season, but the release date isn't just around the corner. Every scene of Ilya Rozanov's dialogue is being carefully crafted, meaning Connor's accent and his mastery of it will have to wait a little longer before fans can enjoy it again. In the meantime, viewers are left replaying every line from season 1, dissecting every subtle inflection and pause. Online, discussions rage about how he pulled off such a convincing performance, with speculation on whether he'll maintain the accent throughout the new season. Even though the wait is long, one thing is certain: Connor's dedication has already left a mark, and fans know the payoff will be worth it. Connor Storrie's journey, as Ilya Rozanov, proves something simple but powerful. Mastery isn't about talent alone, it's about commitment, consistency, and the courage to sound wrong before you sound right. That Texas-born actor convinced millions he was Russian, not by magic, but by relentless practice and fearless dedication. His story also reminds us why we fall in love with performances. It's the small, painstaking details, the hours off camera, the awkward rehearsals, the persistence that make a character feel real. Connor's accent isn't just a trick, it's a testament to what happens when discipline meets passion. So here's the question for you: could you immerse yourself so fully that your voice becomes someone else's? Or would you quit the moment it sounded ridiculous? Comment your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more behind-the-scenes Hollywood secrets.